Right, welcome back, guys. We are going to do a round one recap. I'm joined with Konig again, all the way from South Africa.
Good afternoon.
And we're going to get into what happened round one of the Masters, talk about a few talking points. So we've got, what I've got down is, firstly, talking about Tiger, then Bryson, condition of the course, including like mudballs and stuff that's going on, Casey, plus a few others that may crop up. And then finally, we're going to cover our bets, which we talked about our like picks and how they're how they're doing so far. So first of all, we may as well start with Tiger. It was a very talking about our bets, like we'll go into at the end. Before I did my each ways, and then before the Masters started, I put Tiger to win, like not an each way bet.
Did you
win at like 35? Just because I sort of just wanted to support him more, and I wanted to have a reason to support him. If you got into contention, makes it a bit more interesting. And yeah, he's had a good start, hasn't
he? Yeah, he was actually really solid. He really surprised me yesterday. I think he even surprised himself. Like, he looked uncharacteristically happy out there. Like, he actually looked like he was enjoying himself. It was like pretty stress-free for the most part, apart from the first time when he flipped that iron left mudball, then flipped his chip. He was like just pretty solid, didn't hold loads, but just what you want from the first round.
Yeah, he could have been like 7-8 under if he hold a few more putts, but I think like the most impressive thing watching Tiger in round one was like how well he manages himself around that golf course. Like it seems like the type of event yearly he's going to come to, maybe not have his A game, but because he manages his own game so well, and he knows how to play that golf course and where to miss, where to hit it. It's just so like impressive watching him go about like yesterday's round.
But like we said on the first day, the most important statistic at Augusta is like strokes gained approach, and that's the best area of his game. So, you know, like he generally hits his numbers. He's pretty good with an A time. Like, he's really good at taking distance off a shot, knocking the spin off. Like, did you see that 6 iron he hit into 6, the par 3, that back flag? Yeah. It's like it was downhill and into wind. And he just like fizzed a low draw, and then I was like, he's ready.
He was hitting that low, like cutty driver as well for the tee most of the time, and
he waffed. He waffed a couple, but they were in play, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, he looks good. So what time's he teeing off today? I'm guessing he's going to be out pretty late.
Not actually 100% sure. I'm just watching the rest of the round one now.
Yeah. Rory's
going a bit slowly.
Is he?
One over, struggling as well, holding out quite well for that.
Right.
DJ's going very nicely. Patrick Cantley looks good.
Yeah. There's a lot of good players out there, aren't there? There or thereabouts.
A few golden oldies like yourself. I think the average age of the top 10 is like, apart from Brown, is like 40 or something. They said last night.
It's mad, isn't it? Right, moving on to Bryson. What do you think about his first round?
I thought the commentary was terrible.
The commentary? What, you thought they were digging him again?
Yeah, it's shocking. Like, and then the other stuff that comes out, it's like, it's Larry Mize, right, who shot 2 under as well. Larry Mize. Yeah, Larry Mize is like 108. He's got a driving distance of like 250 yards. And they're like, Larry Mize shot 70, driving average 260. Bryson, 330, also shot 70. It's like, anomalies happen like over a round.
Yeah.
Guess what's going to happen over 4 rounds? Bryson's going to beat him by 15, 20 shots. Larry might not even make the cut.
Yeah.
Over 3 tournaments, it's going to be 30, 40 shots. Over the course of the season, like, I hate that kind of stuff. And And I think, and then the people who are saying about Bryson, saying, you know, length isn't everything. He played rubbish yesterday, and he got it round in 70.
I know.
He made a 7 on 13, which he won't do again. He'll make 4s most days, and I think he'll make a 3 at some point. Like, that is proving that he's played with his C game and still got it round in 2 under par, and is going to be a factor by the weekend for sure.
I know.
So,
all he has to do on 13 is hit it 10 yards left of where he's hit it, and he's shot 5 under.
Yeah, sure. I don't think he was hitting it that far. Like, his ball speeds yesterday they were like just mid 180s.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting watching like his ball speed compared with like Matt Wolf is mid 180s. Cameron Champ is high 180s, and Cameron Champ just like gets completely missed now in like all this distance. Like, all it is about Bryson, just because he's put on distance. But if you put Bryson and Champ side by side, I think Champ would probably have Bryson in most conditions, because
I think it just depends
like
on
lower one.
Yeah, Bryson's is more through the air.
Mate, but Bryson is hitting it so high. Have you seen some like the ball flight?
Yeah, like 200-foot apex.
Yeah. It's like a full like long drive mode. Let's try and move this as far as possible. Like, not really thinking about, I want to maybe fly it down to hit a few fairways. It literally is, let's try and carry this 340.
At the start of the year in Dubai, on the Monday practice round, I was on the range quite early, and he came over and he was in the bay right next to me. And obviously everyone watches him, and like, he's got like a bit of a tiger effect. And I was there just like trying to do my own thing and like not fall into the trap, just watching him hit balls. But I remember as he came over, he'd obviously warmed up before, put his launch monitor down, pulled his driver out, no like a few loose shots, and just started just humping it. And my one takeaway was he sets up with quite a bit of shaft lean, more than you'd expect for a driver. Has the face almost slightly shut, and really rehearses that like small in to out move, which gets the kind of, I guess, like pull draw, you know, starting slightly left.
Yeah,
and the
so
launch
like
angle and then the launch angle was just like absolutely crazy. And then if you miss one, it spun quite a lot, but it just went unbelievably high, like higher than you can imagine someone being able to hit a driver.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to get around a golf course as well. You don't really put those two things together. But yeah, it was just like watching the US Open coverage again. Like, half the commentators, especially like the Sky Sports guys, just like digging him out constantly. And he got it so bad in the US Open. Nobody like spoke about that. I thought it was like pretty disrespectful when a guy's just going on to win his first US Open and making like sly digs about a guy just because he's playing the game slightly differently. But yesterday he got off to a bad start. He obviously, I don't know where his head was over the first, 5 holes. He did make quite a few bad golf swings, but when you're swinging at 135 miles an hour and you're slightly off, you're going to hit it like that. But straight away they jump on him for making double. And then they start going, you don't need to lengthen Augusta because, there's other factors, blah, 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 and generally just digging them out again.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the first hole of his day, 10th yesterday, he like turned that 3-wood over the corner, hit a wedge in to 3-4 foot and maybe 4.5 foot, missed. 11, he made a bit of a hash of it, made a great par. 12 lips out for birdie, so he could have been 2 under through 3. Going on to 13. So it was, I don't think it was as bad as everyone made it out.
Yeah, seems like it's going to go on, really.
Yeah. I think he's going to shoot 4 under today, 5 under.
Yeah. All he has to do is just be like slightly on, and then, like you said, that he's got just wedge in on every single hole, apart from the par 5s where he's got mid-iron, like max.
Yeah.
And, it's just going to be a joke. What do you think about the fact that they were getting so many mud balls? Because I thought it was a bit odd that they were expecting that much rain yet they let the first groups go out without saying, right, we're expecting you guys to come in. It's going to flood. Let's just, just do placing in the fairways and then get on with your round. If it doesn't flood, then it doesn't flood, whatever. But when I'd be so frustrated to be hitting fairways all day just to get massive clumps of mud. It just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, the first hour of coverage, it was especially bad. Like, every single player who hit a shot had a mud ball, and you could actually see the ball in the air on the cameras. Yeah. Because normally it just flies with white, but you could just see like a tiny bit. And like Woods' first shot of the day on 10 went 30 yards left. So yeah, it does seem a bit odd, but I think Augusta, they generally don't like to change anything. They just like to be as old school as possible.
Traditional.
Third lines, So but it did seem a bit unfair to the guys who went out early in some shitty weather. But that's how it goes.
It's it's playing slightly different. Do you think it's going to dry out much? I think the forecast is for it to stay dry now, isn't it? Pretty much over the weekend.
Yeah.
And they've got that sub-air system, which they bang on about like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, they love talking about that.
That's like the main talking point.
Yeah, the sub-air. I'm sure it'll dry out a little bit. What was that other one? Sub-air, Mudballs, DeChambeau's 48-inch driver. What else they like to rattle on about?
I think you basically...
The 13th.
The 13th?
Yeah, they just love talking about the 13th and Bryson playing it. What are their other ones?
Well, like I said, I think you've just captured all of Sky Sports talking points there. And the funny thing is, where the coverage is ready to go, and then it literally, the hoot of horns as soon as that coverage comes on at like 12:30 our time yesterday. And then they're probably thinking, oh no, now we've got to fill 5 hours of just chatting shit, really, about Bryson and about Tiger.
Yeah.
It must be quite hard to do.
My coverage is slightly different. I don't know, it's the South African sport channel. So it's not the Sky Sports guys, but obviously I've seen a lot of clips from the Sky Sports guys. But Sky Sports, even though they're annoying, it's still like better content, I think, a lot of the time.
So what's your coverage like?
I don't know if it's NBC. So basically in South Africa on the golf channels, it's uninterrupted for the whole coverage. And what happens is the golf will be on the full screen, and then when an advert comes up, the golf screen goes into like half, and then on the other side of the screen an advert comes up, which is it's better than going to a complete break, I suppose.
I think that's just like so when you're watching it, are you watching like the American presenters and basically the American coverage?
I think it's NBC maybe, or Fox. NBC?
Yeah, I think they're notoriously bad for adverts out there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like every 30 seconds they're going off for an advert break. Ours isn't too bad, to be fair. Sky Sports, they're proudly saying that they're only doing 60-second ads during the Masters. But I do miss the days when it was BBC and there would be no ad breaks for like 7 hours of coverage. And having Gary Lineker present it as well.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's bizarre.
And Peter Alice.
Is Ken on the course still doing stuff or not?
No. I mean, I think BBC do their version of coverage on the weekend. That's what it's been in the last few years. Yeah. So I imagine
Peter Alice is past it though.
He's what?
Peter Alice is a bit past it.
I think Peter Alice is
like from his comments a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's like Rory's got 160 here. He's probably going to take a bit off the 6-iron, and it's like it's not 1970. Like, do you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah. He I've still found him quite funny, even though he was probably slightly past it, like 10 years ago. Yeah. He's still quite.
Ken on the course is his beach balls are pretty iconic. Like he just chucks beach balls around to show the slopes.
Oh, Ken.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, he's a legend, isn't he? He's a legend. What do you think about Casey Lee?
Yeah, I was either going to go for him or Rose, and I went for Rose. But I'm still happy with where Rose is at, 55-1. He's in a good place. He was
Where is Rose at the moment?
3 under last time I checked, with both the par fives to come up. So
okay.
Yeah, Casey's just super solid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was very solid, wasn't he? But yeah, let's move on to the bets. So the three, well, I had a few.
I've been panic betting.
Can you remind us of your original bets?
Tyrrell Hatton, who's still got quite a bit of golf to play today, but he's 1 or 2 under.
Yeah, he's on 15 now.
How many under is he? 1?
1.
Tyrrell Hatton at 22s. Justin Rose, 50s, 55s.
Is he in at 3 under?
No, he's still got golf to play.
Oh yeah,
still got par 5 to play.
You did say
Matt Wallace at 150-1. He shot 3 under.
Rose is just birdied 12 as well, so he's 4 under with
Nice.
par 5s.
Nice. Yeah, Matt Wallace shot 3 under at 150-1. Eric Van Rooyen was another big outside at 150-1. Then I did a couple of panic bets. I backed John Rahm after round 1. He was now 14-1. And then I did another funky bet, which I'm not going to talk about. But
they're not successful.
Yeah, no, it's still going. I need a good finish from Rory. It's a 3-ball bet. Okay. But yeah, so my bets aren't too bad. I'm not too unhappy with them. I didn't go for anyone less than 20-1, like I said. So, and I had Kuchar. As well, and he shot a couple under. So it's okay.
Yeah, Hatton is one of mine at 1 under. Then I had Champ, who's currently 2 through 12. And he actually looks pretty solid, to be fair.
Does he?
Yeah, he's looking good. Leishman's 2, and he was like 175-1. So there's every chance that he'll move up. And then Westwood, the boy.
Iconic.
What about that? That's a good round, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good. 5 through 9, wasn't it?
Yeah, he looked really good.
Yeah, it's a shame he didn't push on.
He looked. Did you see how scared he looked over the back of 15 when he had that 30-yard pitch up onto the green with water behind? I think it was more yippy than I used to be, mate. I was like, oh, fuck.
One of the commentators on mine, do you remember who's in the back bunker on 12? Faldo. I've got Faldo on mine, so maybe it is NBC. He's in the back bunker on 12 yesterday, and he's standing over a shot, and Faldo goes, he's not really known for his bunker play, and he played this shot and didn't play it great. And as he hit it, Faldo went, oh, because he got a bit kneesy and kind of caught it a bit clean. But yeah, Faldo just dogs everyone out.
Oh mate, he does my head in. He is the biggest Tiger hater on the planet, isn't he?
Yeah. I think the problem with commentators is if you've got commentators who have been ex-world number ones or major winners, they're not always the best commentators. I prefer a Nick Doherty who knows he isn't the best golfer of all time, doesn't like to talk about himself at all, and just talks about what's in front of him whilst having really good knowledge and respect from the players.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you get Gary Player on air, it's a long session, isn't it?
Oh mate, I've got respect for Gary, to be fair, but he would probably come out with some wacky stuff.
Yeah.
Just to say the least. Yeah, I think Doherty does a really good job on Sky.
Players
although he was one of the culprits for the dogging out Bryson like really bad in the US Open.
Really?
Him and Andrew Coulter. So they were like in a pair, and then it was McGinley and someone else. So they would like go through different commentary pairs, and whenever it was Doherty and Thingy, they would they went at him. They were like, it's almost like schoolyard like bullying, but to a guy that was like trying to win the US Open. And then it would cut to McGinley, and McGinley would be like, yeah, I have every respect for the guy, and like completely trying to like make up for everything they just said because he was probably cringing. Yeah.
So you're getting out here on Saturday, fingers crossed.
Yeah, should be. I went up to Bristol this morning to get my test done, my COVID test. Straight up, both nostrils.
Straight up the nasal passage.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be worse because I've seen videos where people get the test done and it looks like this thing just keeps going, and it's like, where is that going? But just did the back of my throat, 2 nostrils, and I didn't really feel it, so I'm guessing they didn't go too deep.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be, if I get a result back within the next 24 hours, negative, and then I'll be off tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow night, flying.
Awesome. And you arrive when? Saturday morning?
Arrive Sunday morning.
Sorry,
and then
Saturday.
I think me and Steve are going to try and play a course in Johannesburg.
Which one?
Would it be Royal Joburg?
Oh, nice. What day?
Sunday.
Okay, cool.
Where are you? Are you around?
Yeah. I'm not playing a tournament next week. I've taken it off.
Are you in Johannesburg?
Yeah, of course. Mate, I'm 10 minutes from Steve. He's in Bryanston.
Well, do you fancy a game, yeah?
Yeah, Royal Johannesburg's sick. They held a European tour there.
Possibly a 9-hole course vlog?
Yeah, we'll go for dinner as well.
Yeah, all right. And then I think after that, we have to go straight into the bubble. And it is game time on the European tour.
Yeah, I just got an email. I'm doing SA Open qualifying.
Yeah.
And I just got an email. Looks like they're taking it pretty seriously. Like, if you qualify from SA Open, as soon as you finish the round, you've then got to go to accommodation straight away. Like, can't go home or anything. It looks quite hectic.
Yeah. Well, I need to get some stuff sorted. So thanks for joining again, Konig. Konig.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we could do a video live from well, not a live video, but we could do a little video or our next recap together, couldn't we? With Steve as well. After our round, hopefully tomorrow, Sunday. That'd be good. Just before the final round. So
what do you think I'm on November?
You are?
What do you think I'm on November? I'm only like a few days in, but
you try. I think lucky enough the webcam's quite pixelated, mate, so I can't really see it.
It's pretty honking. But I'm gonna give it a go for the whole month.
Are you going like down here with it?
Yeah, like full on.
Like a walrus?
Yes, like a walrus.
Nice. You raising money, or are you just doing it to look like Ricky Fowler? That's like, you shouldn't really be within 200 meters of a school.
Yeah, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, right. Cheers for watching, guys. We'll be back soon. And yeah, Konig, see you soon, hopefully, mate.
See you Sunday, bro.
Ciao.